Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekend, the show. I'm Emilie, your host for this evening. Hope everyone's keeping well out there and hope you've had a fantastic week. Sorry about the rain, not my fault I know, but it's been on and on and on. Not even too sure whether the grass will be on this weekend. I should imagine it will be. Not sure if there's games on tonight. If they're on, I'm sure they're off because it's done nothing for the last 3 days of rain. So, fingers crossed, you get games on. But on the bright side, apparently next week is going to see the start of a heat wave. 10 days of heat, so get your sun creams ready, especially if you've got grassroots football. Remember, the kids need sunning up, all the cream, put it all over them, make sure they do not burn if that sun is out. We all tend to forget. And plenty of water as well. So start preparing now. You've had your warning. It's going to be hot next week. Not from me. This is the weather people. They've all been on there. You can see them. They're saying it's brightening up. 17, 18, maybe 19 degrees. Anyway, I suppose it's well waited for, isn't it? We all just want to make sure that we get a bit of sunshine to recharge the batteries and keep us all motivated and get us out, because since lockdown, well, we haven't had too bad of weather because April was lovely, I must admit. You can't knock that. Nice and dry, loads of games on. Okay, we've got a bit of bad weather now, but I'm sure everyone will get through it, especially you referees. Loads of money in your pocket. What more could you ask for? You can do it 7 days a week now if you want, refereeing, so quite a few bob in your pocket, to be honest. You can either go shopping, buy your clothes, put it away for a holiday, or just spend it. Now the pubs are open. Well, the young referees, I'm sure you'll all be putting it away for clothes and holidays, because they'll be coming up soon in the UK. Should imagine, not too sure about how many of you are going away. Gonna chance it. I've had my second jab now. It was painful in my left arm, but great now. I managed to do a little 5-mile run last night to keep myself motivated, because I don't want to give it all up. I want to keep that, well, keep fit. I've got to, because what a waste it'd be if I just decided to let it all go now. I'm sure the weight would pile on me, the fitness would go, the health would go. It's not really worth it, so I want to try and keep myself motivated and keep going no matter what. Well, we talk about a run. Last Sunday, yes, we finally made it. The marathon was completed. Warrington to Liverpool. What more can we say? 26.2 mile, and we'll be honest, we did walk a little bit because our map reader, so to speak, which are made up, the walking probably got into us because when we looked at the app and everything, it was 28.2 miles, so you can understand why we started walking a little bit. And obviously we had to take some photographs for the local paper, our local paper here, who were there with us, and some great photographs. You may have seen some on social media as well. We were having a little workout before us, smiling. Were we smiling at the end? Well, yeah, tiring at the end. And do you know what, when I got in, it was about an hour into relaxing, which probably I shouldn't have done. I had the almighty pain in my right leg at the back of the knee, and I don't think it was cramp, it was like a muscle, and it seemed to be swelling and swelling and swelling and swelling, and it seemed to be pushing out of the skin. Someone said it was cramp, but I don't think that was cramp, and it lasted a good 15 minutes. It was pure agony, and since then I just got up and I started keeping moving, walking around. I thought, I'm not having that pain again, because it was real agony. I don't know what sort of pain it was. I just didn't think it was going to go away, but finally it did. And anyway, the other two lads, Paul Cochran and Paul Rukin, they had bad ankles. I had a bad ankle. That was all. But the worst thing was, I felt good. I felt really good when I got home. And as soon as I took my trainees off and put my feet down, it was agony. There was like blisters underneath of my feet. And the trainees, thank you very, very much to the PFA for all the gear they bought, with the running gear, the equipment. It was brilliant. The trainees must have been protecting my feet so well that you couldn't feel the blisters underneath. But as soon as I took the trainees off, wow, that was hard to walk. Straight in the shower, then a soak in the bath, trying everything, and I feel great. on the Monday. It felt good. It was just a twinge in the ankle. And after last night, about 4 mile, I could feel that twinge in the left ankle coming again. So I think 5 mile may be my limit for now. Anyone's asking me now, are you going to do another marathon? And the answer is going to be no. I've done it. What for? What for? I really don't want to put myself through that pain barrier again, because the hernia did play up a couple of times through the run. I had to try and keep re-strapping it. That was hard. That was really hard. And do you know how it was done? I was doing brilliant, and I was in to about maybe 17 miles, 16, 15, 17, I don't know. And I was crossing the road, and just before I was crossing the road, a driver, I thought I'd make it, but he speeded up and it made me turn sharp, and that is when I felt it again. It wasn't far away from where I first done it when I walked the marathon. To be honest, it was probably near enough the same venue, and that was it then, because that's when the twinge happened, because I turned sharply and I pulled it, and I didn't expect to, and all my body sort of went a little bit of a stray, because I was in a good mood, a good run, good pace, breathing was good, but that really stumped me. But hey ho, we done it. And the magic thing was, we're all here and rearing to go again. And I think Paul's doing a 32 mile marathon run, never been done before, for Alder Hay at the end of the month. Just hope that he can do it. Paul Rucken, that is, so good luck to you. And also, I've got to thank, I really have, the PFA, John Hudson. I've got to, because he was brilliant, and he even sent us a signed share from James Milner for the raffle as well. And I'll make a little announcement on that part in a minute. But we have to thank the volunteers who are with us. That's Paul Rucken, obviously the runner, Paul Cochran. Oh, do you know what? Without each other, I don't think we'd have got through it. I've been running and training by myself for so long. It was great. I think if I'd have done it on my own, maybe not got through it, I don't know. But hey ho, it's one of those things now. And when we got to the Liverpool Town Centre, Town Hall, it was absolutely heaving. And I didn't want the sun to come out, but it did. And I burnt all the back of my neck. It was so hot. I'd never taken so much water on board. Thanks very much to One Call Taxis and Chris O'Sullivan, who was immense. Chris was brilliant. Driving the bus, keeping the lads motivated on the bus, keeping us motivated, running, playing the music. I had a Tiger, Rocky, and it did motivate us, I must admit, and it caused people, because they were beating the horn and everyone followed suit. Range Rovers, you name it, all the top of the range cars, all going past, beeping us, wishing us well. Brilliant, and we can't thank it, because it really did work, and it really did motivate us and kept us going. And that was from Warrington right the way through to Liverpool. And there was 2 ambulance drivers who pulled me when we'd been into about 5 mile from Warrington, and come beside me, beat the horn, and I said thank you. I said brilliant, and one of the ladies turned around and said to me, do you need oxygen? I must have looked bad after 5 mile, but I said meet us at Liverpool Town Hall, definitely then. Anyway, they were wishing us all well, and they were beating us. They went past us 3 times, beating the horn. Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. NHS, you know, when they're there, when you need them, they're always round and about. So thankfully, we literally did not need them. We all got through it, and that was a worry, because we didn't have a medic on board with us. But hey ho, thank you very much. Whoever was looking upon us got us through it. And do you know what? I'm here to tell you all the story about it today, and it was fantastic. Great weather, as I say. It wasn't going to rain. We got forecast rain. I was made up. The other 2 lads liked the sun a little bit, but it killed me. It really got to me. The sweat was pouring off me, and the water was just thrown all over me. I was soaking wet, saturated, because I needed to keep cool. Not dry, but cool. And I'd just like to big thanks to them, because they really motivated us. Chris O'Sullivan, Colin Fulton, Colin Hunt, Matt Richards and Sophie Coyne kept us all going right the way through the day. It took us around about six-ish hours or something to complete it, but hey ho, done, completed, marathon out the way. And at the end of it, we had a count up the other day, and up to now we've raised 3,400 towards Emilie's operation, and I think that is a massive figure, and I can't thank everyone who's donated enough. There's loads of you out there. Brilliant. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and from everyone at Team DXTL. We thank you. Even Nathan from outside, Nathan Batchelor, thank you very, very much. 2 donations, kept donating. Thank you. Goes a long way, honestly, but I'd like to mention everyone. Richie Lunt as well, who's always been on board with us. And congratulations all the time. But everyone here who donated, thank you so much. What a figure we can award over. And when we do pass that money over, we've got one more thing to do, and that's a raffle with football memorabilia. Raffle or auction, whichever's going to bring the most money into us. That's what we want to do, because we just want to get those funds up a little teeny bit more. Unfortunately, even though I know we'd have raised 100% the full amount by the time Emilie was 16, she's 15 now, we would have done it, but unfortunately we are withdrawing from the fundraising after the raffle. That was our announcement. We want to get on with other projects, we want to get on with other fundraising, and we wish Emilie and Mum all the very, very best for the fundraising and towards your operation. I hope everything goes well, and I do hope that you do raise the money and you have a real fun, loving and enjoyable life, because once you have that operation you'll be a better person. I know that from the bottom of my heart. Emilie, thank you very, very much to all, to Mum and Emilie, for allowing us to do some fundraising, the team, and getting on board with you. But as I say, we move on and we go to another stage where we're going to be setting up like a funding for grassroots football, but we'll announce that in another day and we'll let you know exactly what was going on. And that was all what we were trying to do. If we'd raised the 25,000 beforehand, we were going to go on to the grassroots funding project that DXTL is bringing to grassroots football. But as I say, we'll let you know more about that. And thanks again to the PFA for the sponsorship, for all my gear. It was brilliant and you've done us proud. Thank you very, very much indeed, John Hudson. You're a star, you've always been a superstar. You support us with the Respect t-shirts as well for the Premier League officials. Well done. And we can't thank you enough. Football's governing bodies, Liverpool, Everton, everyone who sent stuff. Wow, we can't thank you enough. But at the end of the day, life goes on and we have to move on and we have to go get on with other things. And also tonight, this evening, what time are we on? Loads of time. We have the presentation. Where am I going? Presentation. We have young commentators, and obviously we've got them in the classroom. We're talking about logos and what they like to call the new project that we've got. We call it the Welcome and All project. It was great, it was fantastic. It's what we've got from the National Lottery, but we want to get the kids involved. And apologies to the ones who can't make it at the moment, but we will be setting up a date for you to get you in, to get you motivated, to get you involved as well, because you're keen and we know you're keen. So we'll be picking up other days for you to go on young commentators. Believe me, you're not going to lose out, you're not going to miss out, you're going to be part of the team. And Wayne calls it the Youth Project. So it'll be nice this evening, later on, to find out what ideas they've all come up with. They were really, really good last week. They were all writing things down. We've given a little bit of a hand because we want a really good name, strong name for it, for the kids. They're coming up with it themselves, so when they go out reporting, they're going to announce where they're from. And it could be like, where we're from is DXTL, isn't it? TV, from the touchline. So these kids are going to represent us and they're going to represent themselves as well. But they're going to get motivated. We're going to get these microphones going. We're going to get them interviewing people soon. They've done it already. They're starting to put questions together, starting to ask me questions while I'm there, starting to ask Wayne questions. The confidence is building, and that is what we want to do. We want to motivate the kids. We want to give them something in life, something to aim for, and hopefully we can do that. And we've got loads of projects involving the kids and youth clubs as well. And this is a massive thanks to all the National Lottery who've kept us on right the way through. From 18 years we're still going strong, and we tend to establish ourselves even more with all football's governing bodies, and there's other organisations coming on board as well. And I've got a franchise from Kappa Sports and I want to find out what they want. I've got a nice little meeting tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that one with them, and hopefully we can do something with ourselves, with Kappa, and also grassroots football. So watch this space for that one. Really exciting times ahead, as always, with Don't Cross the Line. Can I just have a mouthful of tea, you don't mind? To our listeners and to our viewers as well. One day, I'm going to choke on that, I can assure you that's going to happen. But anyway, that's young commentation. We've talked about the marathon, and obviously we've got now grassroots football, haven't we? Because it's back, yes. That's from this evening, down at the Warrington Jeffrey Humble ground. Football is back on, so you're all contemplating getting your games ready and your wins, and if there's any cup finals or any cups, please respect. It's not that that's disappeared. On and off the field of play, that needs to continue. You need to look after your referees, especially if they're still at school. We want to keep them in the game. We don't want any animosity towards those referees. They're there to keep you going and there to do their job. They've all passed the course. Most of you on the touchlines just have not. So please don't question the referees, because those referees never question your kids if they make a mistake, do they? Always remember that. Forget the referees there. Watch the kids, encourage the kids, and the game will flow better, regardless of the score. Win, lose or draw in that game, it's a cup. Yes, someone's got to be a runner-up in that one. So we don't want anyone having a go at anyone. There's always another game. There's always... This isn't the World Cup. This isn't the FA Cup. This isn't no big cup. This is something that the kids need to learn to develop. If they lose, they lose. I'm all for losing, because you start winning and winning and winning, those kids will never get used to losing, and when it does, there's going to be an almighty shock, and I've seen it, and believe me, it's not good for the kids. So it is good to lose sometimes as well. Remember that, keep that on board, but also you need to respect the referee on and off the field of play, and your committees, because without them, would there be any games? No. The weather, that could make effect tonight. It has done the last couple of weeks. Everyone's been soaking wet, including myself. I don't know, I think it'll just dry out. I think you'll see the weekend, the rain filter away and the warmer weather will start coming in. So I think you've got a good weekend of football. I'll just draw my map on here now and I'll give you the weather forecast. Anyway, thank you to all our listeners who are always on, from America, Australia, you name it, always listening in to us. So a big warm welcome to yourselves, and thanks very much for tuning in to our podcast. And we will be upgrading that as well. We've got Mixcloud, we're going to develop that one, and we've got people coming in. You're going to see a difference. And obviously YouTube, there's loads and loads of changes on YouTube, and I did say we're going to soup that up. We will do, but before we do, there's a million things that has changed in data with everything, so we're getting that, and we're trying to put that in order before we can sort of concentrate and soup our show up a little bit more to make it more interesting for you. And I know Colin Fulton always watches, always listens to my show, because it helps him sleep, apparently. Thanks, Col. You're really what I needed. And he was so funny, by the way, doing the videos. Can't thank him enough. He was always having a go at me, he always motivated me, telling me to keep going, having a go at the other lads, and clocking them to whereas we were. Brilliant. What a guy he is. Honestly, he's had his problems, but you know what? You saw the best of Colin Fulton on Sunday last. It was brilliant, and it was great to see him and all of us mixing in. What a team we got together. Honestly, it was lovely to spend the day, even though I was jogging. I couldn't believe the amount of time that those lads put into it, and they didn't moan once. They just thanked me for letting them get involved in what we were doing. And they said, if you're doing a marathon every day, we would be with you every single day. And you know what? I made a quote, and this is my quote: friendship is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We all need it, we all rely on it. But true friends is the key to our success. Always remember that. And that's what happened with us. That's why we got over the line. That's why we done this marathon from Warrington to Liverpool, because true friends are the key to your success. Always remember that. That's my little quote. You can put that down from Emilie if you want to. Someone else will use it and pinch it. But I love it, and I just believe that is fact. True friends, remember, who are your true friends? True friends are the ones that are always turning up when you're in need. They never go away, they're always there. You may not see them for months, but they're always there. Phone call, I'll be there. Message, I'll be there. That is what true friendship is all about. So take that in, take it on board, and I'm sure you'll all agree with me. I know what I'm talking about, because we've just done a marathon, first ever marathon, and I wouldn't have done it without my true friends. So there's a big one for you. Okay, so wherever you are, Saturday, Sunday, Friday night, grassroots football, please respect the referee. Make sure the referee is looked after as well. Nice handshake, everything's coming back to normal, but I think we should still be social distancing, shouldn't we? Because it hasn't gone away. We're all acting as if everything's back to normal, and it was just a dream that we were all in with COVID-19. I've had my second jab, as I said. I don't know what difference it does, except give me a sore arm at the moment. I'm sure there's nothing in that except fresh air. Anyway, I don't know, I'm not a medic. But we've come to the end of the show. I've really enjoyed it tonight. It's been very, very interesting. So, without further ado, because I've got loads of work, we're practicing now, or preparing now for the young commentators. Can't wait to get up with the lads, and do you know what, we'll have to get some lasses on board with us as well, because you can't find them, they're always a little bit too shy, but we will. We'll dig them all out, get them all here, and we'll motivate them to get involved, because we want female reporters with us as well. Okay, thank you very, very much indeed for tuning in to the Grassroots Show with myself, Emilie, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show. Don't cross the line, respect programme, young commentators. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, put your feet up, relax, enjoy your football over the weekend as well. Respect, that is the key word on your lips this weekend. Put your feet up, relax, have a little drink, go to sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow. From myself, Emilie, and all the team here, have a great night. Good night, God bless.